喜べ少年.
Yes, be on alert, everyone. It's time, once again, for Let's Talk Fate Grand Order, your one-stop shop for all topics Fate Grand Order. I am your host, Omega, and I am the soaring spear which strikes with death. With me, as always, is Lucky. He just wants the friendship of your thighs.
Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Talk FGO, aka How to Whale for Fun and Profit.
I prefer The Salt Dwells in Izumo.
To each their own. Well, quick disclaimer of spoilers. We're going to be talking about a lot of waifus full of truth and justice, which are just fancy terms for sexy and cute.
We're also are probably going to talk about spoilers in there somewhere. Whatever. Nobody cares.
Whatever.
Also, apparently a lot of our listeners tried to or already did play JP, but we'll get into that later. Meanwhile, let's talk about Where the Fuck is Ron. Currently, he's in letterbox format, last I checked. A terrible fate for him.
Yeah. Well, you can't keep a man down. He'll bounce back.
Could be worse. He could be pan and scan. Alright, let's go ahead and get our show started off right. And let us be sure to check in. I just realized, are the system sounds going to be preserved? I just made a lot of, my computer made a lot of, no beeps. I'm just thinking, those are going to be in the audio, aren't they? Oh well.
I'm not sure. Well, you can always check the feed later.
I'll listen back, and I can mute them. But anyway, let's check in with everybody's favorite Kohai, Mash.
Senpai, 起きてください.
Alright, so this is Wake the Fuck Up Senpai, our regular segment for pro tips. Now, we've got a couple today. We've already talked about one in our lovely news update video. But let's refresh your memory and remind you that you can get more paid quartz by picking carefully which packages you buy, i.e. a tip we gave that for about $32 USD, you can get 33 paid quartz, which is enough for the guaranteed gacha, without needing to go to the full $40 package, which would be easily enough. Because remember, for purposes of the guaranteed gachas, only paid quartz counts, not the bonus free quartz. That's only good if it's just a limited banner, like you're rolling for Shisa.
And something from my end, due to recent events, I have gotten very concerned about keeping my game safe, so I decided to get my transfer code set up and have that safe and stored away on my computer, just in case. I know with the money that I have spent and the servers that I have, I don't want to risk losing all that because I dropped my phone or it gets stolen or lost or something. So, just something to keep your mind on.
Yeah, I did that a while ago. It's funny, now I'm scrolling through my documents and I'm like, where did I actually put that?
Yeah,
I may have to double check where it is. I know it is in here somewhere. But yes, I have also done that. I highly recommend it to everyone. Oh, here it is. It's labeled FGO. Alright. Yeah, I still got it.
Perfect.
Good old alphabetizing. Anyway, so that's always good. Let's tune in really quick to Records from the Throne, our regular achievement topic, which mostly we talk about smiles, and I've got several to talk about. I've projected Kojiro and Nobu's smile today, and also, hey, I got my 1.5 million Hanoji points. I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, you're not the only one. I made my 1.5 million points as well. I honestly didn't think I was gonna make it. It honestly was only because of those daily quests that kept giving more and more and more points. And
oh yeah, that last one was nuts.
Yeah, I think it was like I got over 200k in that one.
Yeah, I think I got ODev, but I only needed like 1k. But yeah, it was tight. Got both Forbidden Lords.
But on my end, I also protected Nobunaga's smile and Marie Antoinette's for a very particular reason. But I'm going to take a step further with Records from the Throne, and I'm going to tell you about how my luck has been out of control lately. So, last week I talked to everyone about how I drew Liz and another Tomino cat from ticket pools, and nothing from the 10 pools. Well, I continued doing that, made my another 10 pool attempt. I did use the guaranteed gacha. I got Francis Drake out of that, so I'm excited about that. Wasn't my definite pick, but not one I'm dissatisfied with. And I had I had some tickets, so I tossed one, and I got Sateno. Now I have all 3 Gorgon sisters. Now I can put them all in the same team and, imagine all sorts of fun headcanon with them. But then we got to the Skahawk banner. I made a 10 pool. I didn't get anything. And everyone in the Discord channel can attest to this. I got a ticket. I screamed YOLO. And I got Skahawk. I don't know how to feel about this. I really don't. This is my first limited servant. And
guess what, guys? I also threw some tickets. I threw lots of tickets. I got Jack All.
Yeah, so it's a very strange feeling to actually get a server. My heart was like beating like crazy like the entire time. I was like terrified that like my phone was gonna crash, like something weird was gonna happen.
It's like that's like server side anyway.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I still like to maintain my luck is strange and not in my control, but it is definitely the luck EX.
Yeah, I thought I was the luck EX guy, having done like, not that I really play Fire Emblem Heroes a lot, but I've done, like, limited banner pulls before. I've gotten different versions of Linda's both times, and I'm like, oh, why, yes, Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance was my first Fire Emblem game, but not quite so lucky yet, other than that I got Jean really early out of the Gil pool. I mean, I've still got some golds that Lucky doesn't.
And he will not stop reminding me.
It's all I got. It's all I got. I got that, and I got NP3 Emiya. That's all I have in life. I still haven't rolled a gold saber. I haven't even rolled one of the crappy gold sabers. Never mind that the 2 gold sabers I won are only in the story unless they're on raid up. Curse you, gotcha mechanics. All right, well, it's time to move on to our skelograms and kind of, briefly suss those out. So there was a new trailer in Japan, a new TV CM actually, and that was for the 4th Epic of Remnant. The 4th Epic of Remnant, which will be coming soon. I believe official details will be on the 28th. It is not the 28th yet, so we'll see. The game. That'll be next episode.
Yeah, but why don't you give them the official title?
All right, so the official name is Subspecies Singularity 4, Forbidden Descending Garden Salem, Heretical Salem. So there's 2 Salems in there.
This gives me hopes for 2 things. 1, Morgan Le Fay. 2,
I hope so.
Semiramis. That's all I need in my life.
I think they're gonna save her for an actual, like. Though I suppose this would be coming out, or would still be available during the time when the Apocrypha Blu-ray comes out.
Yeah?
It reminds me, I don't think I've actually checked.
It'd be just be, like, yeah. I mean, like, Descending Gardens, it makes me think, literally makes me think of the Gardens of Babylon.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And there is one servant previewed of some kind, the one Lollibody we don't know anything about. People assume it's one of the major characters from the actual Salem Witch Trials, but really, with fate, you never know. You honestly do not know. Anyway, so hey, let's check back with North America. So here's a really good thing you can do. If you want to get the quick version of this, you can go to our, what did I call it? I think Fate Grand Order News Desk.
Mm-hmm.
The Thanksgiving special, where we discuss the Thanksgiving event, still ongoing, kind of.
Kind of.
I think the banner will persist for a while, and obviously the paid gotcha will persist until the 1st. So, basically, it's a Thanksgiving event in North America. I said this before. Weep your wallets. So, we got a lot of stuff. We got the Mona Lisa CE in the store until February. We got the rotating limited banner with Skahawk, Gil, and Kintoki. It's actually not in that order. It's Skahawk, Kintoki, then Gil, but that's how I wrote it. With Skahawk's Trial Quest, where you too can try out the teacher for a short period of time. Then there's the paid guaranteed gacha, which Lucky referenced earlier. No Mordred or Jack available because it's too early for them. It's not past Christmas or London yet. Our full list is Artoria, Okita, Tamamo, Altera, Orion, Vlad 3, Waver, Drake, and Jean. So far I've seen several people with quite a bit of luck from this, pulling favorable ones. There's daily login bonuses, which are, I think they're all going to be done by the time this episode actually goes up. But there were tickets, quartz, and foes. I know I threw a lot of tickets at the gacha and I got nothing. Not even a friendly 3-star for my troubles. Well, that's not true. My Urele is now NP 4.
Oh, nice.
So, we're getting up there on that, but no new silvers, I should say. Which is a shame, because I miss Fergus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got Diamond.
Well, he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
You can be nice to him.
I am slightly set on getting big gay Uncle Fergus though.
Well, he'll be a permanent ad somewhere in there, so eventually we can just throw friend points at it.
Yeah, I know. And yes, I know he's bi, but for some reason saying big bi Uncle Fergus doesn't have quite the same effect.
A question for the listeners, master feedback. What do you think?
He carries a rainbow drill.
And he looks like Muscle Brock.
I mean, come on.
So there's also some quality of life bonuses. You get multiple support setups now. There's the quest information to display, though that's only after you've done the quest. And I think it's since they added the update. Because stuff I've done before they don't show. But hey, you can start tracking stuff now once you actually try it out. There's also you can expand your second archive now. But
yeah, the expansions are not free. You do have to purchase them from Da Vinci's shop. I think it's only mana prisms. So I don't know how many off the top of my head.
And it's like 5 per buy. There's multiple buys, but they're indefinitely in the store, so you don't need to worry about it that much. If you're like, oh my god, I have to get Mona Lisa Max Limit Break now. That's
actually
good,
I've started using my second archive. I'm starting to use to collect all the extra CEs I'm getting. Do you know how many of 4-star CEs I have Max Limit Break? Several.
You know you can turn those into mana prisms.
Yeah, I know I can, but I don't know. Do the 4-star CEs turn into rare prisms when they get implemented, or is that only going to be for the 5 CEs?
I honestly don't know. I would have to look that up because I don't really. I know that you can burn 4-star servants for rare prisms.
Yeah.
And that'll be a thing to do with, unfortunately, with welfares when we get event reruns. Because guess what? When Hanoji rerun comes up in a year and a half, I got full Nobus. I don't need any more of those. If I go another 1.5 million Hanoji points, I'm pretty sure those Nobus are getting turned into prisms. But anyway.
Yeah, so it's if I can turn them into rare prisms, I'm not sure, but it's it just behooves me to hold on to them until I can. So yeah, my second archive is now starting to slowly fill up with angel voices.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough spare 4 and 5-star CEs yet. I've max limit break a couple of things, but I don't have extras.
Yeah, no.
I have definitely held on to some spare event CEs, though.
Oh, no. Actually, I've taken all my event CEs and put them in the second archive, just because I kind of like that feeling of, putting away,
holiday
decorations. And then
honestly,
when it comes back, I get to pull them
still,
back out.
Out of the ones I have, other than maybe the 5-star Boon Festival one you get free, I actually like all of the event CEs I think I have, other than maybe a couple of junky 3-star ones. I've got a Max Limit Break Moon Cell.
Yeah, I got one too, and I think do I keep that one out? I don't know.
Anyway, our thoughts on Thanksgiving. So at first I panicked, full blown, heart palpitations, oh my god, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Then I was like, oh, Mordred's not in it. So I was sad, but I was also happy. And I'm only gonna take a swing at it if I have the cash. That'll probably involve a credit card, because the way my payment, guess what, payday is after Friday, so even if I have the cash, the event ends on a Friday, so, but, yeah. I'll take a swing at it just because all of the servants are good. Like, they're 5 stars, they're good. Like, Artoria's probably, I think, the quote-unquote worst, and that's just because she's been maybe a little, like, power creeped, but for, like, farming and stuff, she's still a 5-star Saber. She's still a solidly average 5-star, even if she's not top tier. And so, who needs less 5 stars?
Yeah, I know. It's like, honestly, like, if you are on the fence about this, I would encourage you to, if this is the only time you do it, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, this is your one time, and we've already told you the one neat trick you can do to get it for relatively cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Now, this isn't to say that this event is taking over the New Year's one, which will include Jack and Mordred, because, as I said, I definitely think they did this as a special U.S. As a U.S. event, something that they did on their own. So I still very much think that.
Well, also it fills the block until December 1. I don't know what they might do December 1. Hopefully they give us a week break and then they like do Christmas or whatever. But
well,
because I really don't need them to speed up the timetable on London. I really don't.
Honestly, like looking at how they're going. They probably are. I'm expecting to hear that announcement any day now.
I really hope they don't though. Like, give us some time to relax and build up courts. I know you want our money, but you're already the top 3 grossing app in Canada. Like, well, you're making the bucks.
Well, as I said, some of our very, very, very knowledgeable Discord users now, like, they were mentioning it, like how apparently the London chapter needed to be like a year out, and with us having the slightly early release, that we would need to have. Well,
maybe, I don't know. It's because
I don't know.
Remember,
but
once we actually hit next year, the events are they're pre-spaced. Like they're already in there. So if London could take place a little bit later to balance around the time release for the big finale, because there's a big end game chapter after like the story chapters, which I've heard then that London pretty explicitly says our big showdown is a year from now, and there's 2 big story chapters in December next year for part 1. There is Babylonia, and then there's the final boss event, which is a whole thing. So they might have to keep London a little bit later in the month to make sure that it's evenly spaced up, or they might alter the script a little, but that could be. I don't see why you'd want to do that, especially since you're going to have a crowded month. They might just take a week, maybe give us more time for Christmas, and then
that could be good.
Give us a little time to like grind this all out, because Lucky, you are completely boned when it comes to leveling servants. You have 2 new SSRs,
well, as I said,
several new SRs, and you're trying to grind for the event specifically, because Christmas will involve bonus servants again, guys. We told you about them last time. We'll probably tell you about them next week again, in case, sudden Christmas event. But it happens.
Well, if they were to keep the flow going that they were, Aniplex would probably run special London chapters for 2 weeks, early December. Use that to spring into the Christmas event, mid-December to late. Jump straight into New Year's from there. Then there's the Saber Wars mid-January.
Actually, whoa! I just thought of something.
What?
There's a new Star Wars movie in the beginning of this month. What if they completely went crazy and put Saber Wars in December? Because that's when the American release is of the new Star Wars, and that's what tied to the first Saber Wars, was when they released Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Star Wars joke. Saber Wars, durr.
Huh.
So yeah, I don't know for sure that's gonna happen, but that would be December 15th. That would totally be in the time slot to fit in there.
Yeah, but that's the time when the Christmas event. I think the Christmas event started December 16th in Japan.
What if they had? Well, yeah.
But
I don't know.
if they wanted to put it into the early December slot,
yeah. If it was 1 to 15, I mean that's 2 weeks.
Oh shit, that could work. Holy shit.
That'd be crazy because that's a limited assassin in there. That's MHX.
Yeah, and I know
finally
people
get our extra copies of Saber Lily though.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I don't know if they will though, because I think that that also uses bonus servants, and you need saber faces for that. So Mordred's not in the game yet. That would be kind of
Yeah,
bad if she's I'm pretty sure she's a bonus servant and she's not in. So they might not. I just threw it out there as a crazy theory because I mean that's a thing going on in the real world. And they literally moved one of the paid gachas and rebuilt it. They had to reprogram it so that you couldn't get certain SSRs and move it up like a month. So we're a little off the rails already.
Yeah, I know, but it's still a fun thing to think about. It's crazy.
It's fun to think about these things. Like, I mean,
It's a hell of a curveball.
I've been calling some of these curveballs. I've been thinking about them. So let's move on. We've spent enough time, I think, on this. If you can do it, do it. If you can't, that's okay. There'll be more. There'll be better ones because they'll have more options you can roll.
Yep.
You know.
Or worse, considering it means you get less chance of getting what you want. So, you know.
Yeah, that depends on what you're going for. But some of them are more specific. Like, eventually there's a class-specific one, which is just like, okay, I'm going to roll on the Lancer banner and pray for Karna. That's going to be me, by the way. I'm going to pray for Karna. I like Karna. I'm glad that he's not limited forever.
Fred!
Karna's a cool guy. Anyway, let's welcome a new region to FGO. The app is now available for download in Korea.
I'm sorry, every time I think just in Korea, I just think about like the hardcore League and StarCraft players.
Well, I'm guessing they probably play a lot of mobile games. I think the app is doing very successfully there. But now, yeah, KR has joined the regions. That's after China. I think technically Taiwan would have to be a different region, wouldn't it?
I'm not even getting into the legalities of different Asiatic countries.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, Taiwan is a different country. I'm pretty sure they have a different marketplace.
Language.
But yeah, so there's Taiwan, and then there's the Chinese for sure, and I'm pretty sure there is a Taiwanese version. And then there's obviously US, and now Korea's joined. Hey, if you're lucky, you know, I know all of you out there, there are some of you who play in Europe. If you're lucky, you'll get your own EU store.
Yeah!
So, hey, who knows? And our last bit of news, Japan has hit its 11 million downloads campaign. It feels like not long ago they were at 10 million, but what's another million once you're at 10?
Pretty much.
So, this one's kind of nice. Anybody who's completed Part 1 gets 30 quartz.
Bam, roll.
That's a 10 roll right there on the banner. Our star for this banner is King Hassan himself, the gold assassin, the old man of the mountain.
Grandpa!
Yeah, good old Grandpa Hassan. Your other two rate-ups are 100-Faced and Serenity. And then they get great consecutive login bonuses, 10 of like all kinds of stuff, leading up to summon tickets. And reduced AP on all quests. All main quests. So if you need to catch up, now's your moment. And also some usual stuff like, you know, double chance of getting successes on Servant CE strengthening, stuff like that.
Good times. We were actually talking about this earlier about how quickly Japan gets to these milestones. Because we were wondering how long it took them to reach their 2 million, because since we've only had our 1 million. Turns out they hit their 3 million less than a month in the game debuted.
Yeah, so the Start Dash campaign, so the game started on July 30th in 2015, and the 3 million download campaign, which was their release of Gil, was started August 31st. So in a month, they went from 0 to 3 mil.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we don't have a very good frame of reference for us because we are already very slow.
Yeah, we're a little slow in the downloads. It took us a while to hit 1 million, which was the 4 million campaign in Japan. So will, 5 million be 2 million? Will it be 3? Who knows?
I don't know. I just hope we get to see it.
Yeah.
And so we're still doing, FGO's still doing great on the sales charts. I don't have the exact numbers. Well, we should probably pull those up next time.
We'll figure that out for next time if people actually care. But the app is, as far as I can tell, very successful. It's doing good. Halloween was a huge spike in revenue for them. I am sure Honoji was, and definitely Thanksgiving with the paid guaranteed. And Skahawk. I know so many people who were saving their quartz for this banner.
I still can't believe I got her.
On a YOLO poll. There are going to be people who are going to be mad about that. I'm not,
I know
honestly.
they're going to be mad. I'm
Okay.
mad about it, too. It's like, why does this happen? First world problems.
No, like, the way you phrased it to me, because we were talking about Umus, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to say it because you're going to be mad. I'm thinking, Did this motherfucker figure out a way to roll Nero? Then I'll be mad. I'm already still pissed off he rolled 2 Saber Altars before I rolled 1. I mean, we've joked about this before. If you go in the way back, we joked about this before. But here's how I like to think about it. I am Let's Talk FGO's Rin. I know all this advanced information going into this. I'm perfectly prepared. I know what's going on. I look at all the future raid-ups and banners and stuff. I learned a lot about JP. I'm really trying to summon the best servants. I'm just covered in archers. I can't stop it. I'm like, where are you guys coming from? And Lucky is our Emiya Shiro. He has no idea what the fuck he's doing. And he's just stumbling into all the greatest servants. He's like, oh yeah, I'll take this waifu. I'll be super awesome.
I say weird shit all the time.
Now we just need to figure out who our... let's see. If we got a whale host, that would be our Ilya. Somebody who spent shitloads of money to get the best servant, or a reroller. And somebody whose luck is just terrible would be our Shinji. And that's about all there is to say about that. So, let's move into Chaldea Free Talk.
We would need a shitty priest.
I mean, that's pretty easy to get. Just find somebody who is, you know, allowed to perform marriages. Can you get ordained online?
Yeah. Universal Life Church. I'm actually an ordained minister. I can marry people.
So you are our shitty priest. Because I'm pretty sure you're not a good priest. Gonna be honest.
I've done some weird weddings.
Hey, I mean, if you can get paid for that.
Nah, I usually go pro.
Sorry, guys. I'm all about the hustle. I'll turn it down a little. Let's chill to a free talk. So, I just blocked this out for you. I thought during the week you might actually write down some notes so you remember them, but you didn't, so...
No, I'm gonna do this.
I just put insert Lucky meeting the adoring public and seeing Heaven's Feel 1 here, so go.
Yeah, I will go. So, as I was telling people last couple of weeks, I drove out 2 hours to Vancouver, Washington, which is basically, like, literally across the street from Portland, Oregon, so that gives you an idea of where it is, to see this movie. I thought I was going to be, like, one of the furthest people driving there. No, I was not. There was 2 guys from Canada who drove all the way down to see this movie. And they were Nasu fans. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I thought, like, I was fairly knowledgeable. I was like, oh yeah, it's like, I know what I'm talking about. No, all these guys were blowing my mind out of the water. One of them was an actual, like, bilingual Japanese player. Let me clarify this. Bilingual Japanese whale. He showed me his game account, and it was just line after line after line of 5 stars. I'm just like, what is this guy even? But yeah, basically, I got there, and I just literally stepped into the circle and just said a fake quote. I don't remember which one, and it was just high fives all around. I was like, I'm in.
Day 21. They have now realized that I am a tank.
Well, it's like, honestly, it was like one of those minutes. They realized that I'm not actually as fate as they are. I just, you know, kept my mouth shut, inserted my knowledge here and there just to, you know, look like I knew what I was talking about, because, like, there are some dedicated people out there. I got there like an hour early, so, like, there wasn't a lot of people, but then more people started showing up. There was a guy who actually showed up in a Lancer cosplay. He actually had a spear and everything. 2 guys, oh, I love this. I have to find these shirts. There's 2 guys who wore shirts with Emiya Shiro's command seals on them, and they had Emiya quotes on them. Guess what they were? They were...
I mean, I know, because I retweeted you.
Yeah, one was basically said, people die when they're killed, and it just says, quote, Emiya Shiro. And the other one was, just because you are correct doesn't mean you're right. They actually had these on shirts. I'm like, I need this in my life.
God, yeah. That's like the Buster Quick Arts shirt.
It really is. But yeah.
Aniplex, if you want to open an FGO merch store, like for realsies, I'm sure you do some already, but like, just give me shirts. I'll do it.
Oh yeah, no, seriously, like, I definitely need some Fate shirts now. I said,
just a black shirt with a red command seal on it. And then the women's cut is the different, because the command seals are different depending on which gender your player is.
Yeah, they are.
So your women's cut is obviously the female command seal.
But the movie itself, the theater was packed. I'm glad I got there early and was able to grab a good seat because like within like 20 minutes, like only like the outlying seats were available and it was packed. Like I wasn't expecting this much of a reception, but apparently
the theaters were pretty limited.
Yeah, leaders like it was a big theater. It was like a 300, like it was more than 300 seats in that theater because it was one of those old time theaters, you know, that only have like one screen, one room, but it's like all the rest of it's just seats. So it was a lot. If I do have one complaint though, is that their sound system seemed to be a little off. It was a little loud, so especially when the movie started, I'm like literally gripping my armchair, going, "Oh my god, I'm losing my hearing." But it was great. Like the animation was amazing, fight scenes were amazing. There was some glorious shots of Ryder thighs. Oh god, yes. But the thing about the movie is it's definitely a movie you cannot go see without knowing Fate. It's not something you can just pick up. They skip a lot of things, like I said spoilers for, but I doubt anyone doesn't know this. The whole Shiro getting stabbed and, you know, running back to the house and summoning Saber. They do that in like a quick montage over the opening credits. You don't actually see any of that. It opens up with kind of a prologue, skips all that, and then they're going to the church.
Which honestly makes sense because the way Heaven's Feel works as a story in the original visual novel is it's the last one. You have to play Fate and you have to play UBW before you can play Heaven's Feel. So,
yeah,
theoretically speaking, the story of Heaven's Feel is something you know all the setup before you can get there.
And yeah, now really popular topic that was running now is now what order do you view these things? And there's a lot of contention between whether you watch Heaven's Feel first or if you watch Fate Zero first, because each of them have each of them have information pertaining to each other that no matter which one you watch first, you're spoiling yourself for the other one. It is like that, like.
Yeah, the only thing, if you watch Fate Zero first, it's a prequel. That spoils the big twist of the Fate route, and it spoils some of the big twists of the Heaven's Feel route. The only one it doesn't spoil is UBW, which is why a lot of people think that the UBW anime is like a sequel to the Fate Zero anime, apart from they're also made by the same company. Like, if you watch those, then you're fine, but you'll miss some of the other stuff. Honestly, I mean, Zero's good, and it sets up some stuff. Like, there's some definite payoff if you watch Zero and then watch UBW. But at the same time, you don't really have to watch Zero first. Yeah,
as I said, honestly, it's up to everyone's taste. But it's definitely not an argument I'm gonna get into because, as I said, like this has been like apparently in like a lot of the Fate communities, this has been a very heated topic.
Yeah, so, we don't want to get too heated. I mean, I'm one of the people who watched the original Dean adaptation of Stay Night way back.
2007. What was that? 2004. That was 2004, wasn't it? 4 or 7. It was one and two.
It's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But I watched it like I said, in the way back. Once again, because as I said, I think in our first episode, as a like 13 or 14-year-old, I was not in a position to pirate and translate patch Japanese Aero VNs. Like, that was a little beyond my capability. I'm sure somebody will go like, oh, I did it then, but like, no, like, you don't understand. Like, it was just, that was outside of my scope at that age. I had no idea what I was doing.
Honestly, and like, I feel like I missed a lot of still not played the original VN, so that's definitely on my to-do list. But as I said, I think they're gonna keep showings going. I'm not entirely sure for how long because they're adding theaters. But if you have the chance, definitely go see it. It was worth it. For people who know the series, there are a lot of points which are just hilarious, even if it doesn't seem the fact. Like everyone was like super excited about the Mapo Tofu scene with the shitty priest, and it was hilarious. I don't know why it was hilarious, but everyone else kept laughing. So, you know, me being the fucking social bandwagon, as I laughed along with them, and I guess I found something funny about Kyrie sweating. It's kind of hilarious.
Listen, he likes Mapo Tofu.
Mapo Tofu. like hearing Archer saying like, I guess he can't attend to his personal business this time. I'm just like, aha! It's like and the ending. Oh man, it was great. I don't want to spoil it for any of you because I said like knowing what's gonna happen and actually seeing what happens is actually two completely different things.
Yeah.
Great. Let me see. What else do I have to talk about about the movie? I said I was like, let's see here. So I talked about the people, talked about the movie, talked about the theater, talked about the drive.
You got a poster?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not really a poster. It's like it's slightly big. It's a piece of stiff cardboard, slightly bigger than like a regular like 8x11. It's still something I'm gonna frame and put somewhere, but now it's small enough that I can frame it and put it like anywhere in the house, and people have to make a double take.
I still need to do something with I have my Fate Extella like cloth art that it came with that I need to do something with. Like
I actually want to like pin it to like. Wait, no, it doesn't. It doesn't have. I don't want to put pins through it because when fabric they eventually start wearing, and that's not good. Yeah. So I eventually want to find something that I can like put like frame it in, and then hang that up as well. Clip it
or something. Yeah, I want to do that.
That'd be nice.
You can join all my other sweet wall art.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know what my room looks like. Follow me on Twitter.
Speaking of hanging up art, so I'm an adult and I have to use a car to get places. And recently my car got wrecked, so I had to get a new one. Unfortunately, my new used car doesn't have any sweet anime decals on it. So if any of you listeners out there know of any sweet Fate decals that you would think would look cool on a lime green new Beetle, let me know in the comments below so I can buy them and plaster them all over my car.
It's a shame it's not blue.
I know, I'm really upset. It's not.
Well, the Blue Beetle wasn't blue at the end anyway.
Yeah, it really wasn't. But,
next time Jim Butcher actually releases a book, we'll do Let's Talk Dresden Files.
I'm okay with that. I got a lot to say about that. But,
I'm trying to think, honestly, is the tabletop simulator for the Dresden Files card game, is that an official or is that a mod? It's an official DLC.
For which card game?
The Dresden Files Cooperative.
I think that's an actual game. I think I saw it in a game store.
Well, we have to. I mean, I know the game is actual. I'm talking about like I think it's on Tabletop Simulator. I can't remember if it's a free mod or if it's like a DLC. We definitely have to pick that up sometime and do some LPs with some people we know.
Okay, that'd be fun. But last thing on the decals, I want these decals because while I'm an adult and I was working in a parking lot, I saw a man's car that was covered. I mean covered in anime titty decals. And I saw that car and I'm like, that is a man who lives unashamed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. This man has no shame. He knows what's up with life.
He knows what's up with life, and you know what? I decided right there. That's what I'm gonna expect. I love my anime girls, and I love my anime wife. I'm not gonna be ashamed to show it. So that's what I've been starting to do. I'm gonna get because my old car, all I had was I had a Foxhound logo, like the new one, where it's the lightning bolt fox, and I had and the Triforce. That's all I had. I didn't have any. Oh, and a Navi. Excuse me, I had a Navi on there too.
So 2 out of 3 of those is on my top 10 tattoo list.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was definitely that thing of okay, I'm too subtle with this. I need to take it to the next level. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get all the anime girls. Recently I found one that was literally this butt shot of Ryder, and I'm all like, is this too much? I don't know if I want to be this unashamed. It's damn.
You don't want to get pulled over for public indecency, sir. You need to take your decal off. That's it's against the rules of the road. You're causing distracted drivers.
Yeah, but so if anyone has any cool places to get decals, please sure to let me know. I would love to peruse.
That's right. Let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah.
Or also in Discord, but we'll talk about that later. So here's another great theoretical question, because we love theoretical questions. When are we going to get those animation updates? Because they didn't happen when Heaven's Feel came out. Now
there's a lot of them happening.
What was the last event? Was it Anime NYC? Where they announced Skahawk? I think that was it. At the panel, they talked about it, because people are asking about it, and they're like, it seemed like our good buddy Albert, the true one of us in the localization team, he was like, yeah, we don't know. We want to do them sooner, but maybe, and yeah, it's like trying to find the right time kind of thing. It's like, will they be sooner? Yes, maybe, probably. Kind of a situation? Yeah. I think they don't necessarily have a good place to slot them in, and part of that might be because of the way they forked the app. Like, they're working off a particular version of the FGO app that wasn't the current Japanese one, so they still have some bugs that Japan had, for instance, that were finally solved, like your quest display bug, which I think finally got resolved with the Thanksgiving update.
Mm-hmm.
It now properly displays which quests you haven't done, and you can look at and see all the interludes you haven't unlocked yet. But anyway, yeah, so it's just a question of, I think, like, when they can slot them in. Since they didn't come with, like, the Thanksgiving period, I'm gonna guess probably either a Christmas or New Year's thing, if they can figure out how to do it easily.
I'm more leaning towards New Year. You know, New Year's, new beginnings. I think that fit them aesthetically.
Yeah, and there are a couple that we could use, like, Kirsten Hassan has some, Medusa has some, Liz actually has some animation improvements that make her a little less generic. I think Jean actually has some too. Like, right now she just uses the standard Lancer animation.
Yeah, I know Carmilla got some, but that was like really recent in Japan.
Yeah, Carmilla was in Halloween. I don't know for sure if they'll fork off that animation and stick them in. They're really good though, because she's just using cast animations right now.
Yeah, she is. That's why I find it interesting, because I know, like, because the second Ivar expansions, that's something that, if I remember correctly, that's something that was actually fairly recent in Japan as well.
Yeah, Aniplex is really good about trying to get us those quality of life updates sooner.
Yeah, so, like, with the animation updates, who knows? Maybe they're trying to get maybe they're trying to get into one big package.
Yeah.
Just do it all at once.
Because, I mean, some servants started, like Artoria and Emiya and lots of others started with a big block of animation updates because of the fact that they were already out in the Japanese game that basically our version is forked from.
Yeah, so as I said, I honestly think they're just trying to do a big batch of animation, make sure all the bugs are out of it, trying to update so that,
less bugs, more good.
More good.
So, we skipped this topic last time, but I saw this a couple weeks ago on the subreddit. So, here's a lovely conversation we should have. I will read my notes literally. If writing translates to sexual prowess, there's a conversation we need to have about the rankings. By the way, the top tier characters with writing EX would be Ketz, Ishtar Rider, Summerfran, and MHX, by the way.
Summerfran has writing EX?
I believe so. I will double check to be sure.
Like, Quetz and Ishtar, I can understand. And MHX, sure, because she has a fucking, what did she have, like a fucking spaceship?
Yeah, something like that.
Here we
yes.
Wow.
Saberfran, Quetzalcoatl, Ishtar Rider, and Mysterious Heroine X. You can look for yourself on Fragrant Order Wiki /writing. Also, the NPC-only version of MHX, Altered Heroine Z. But she's not playable. But eventually they're going to do a Saber Wars 2, so maybe you'll get a costume. St. Martha is A++. Don't ask me how that works. A+ is Rama, both Raikos, Medusa, of course, Ushi, Alexander, both Alexanders, Mary, and Astolfo. And then there's several in the regular rank A. Oddly enough, Maeve is only A.
Jean Alter is in A, isn't she?
No. Is Jean Alter even on this? Saber Alter Lancer is in A.
Oh, man. Yeah,
as is regular Lancer Saber. Altera is A. Bedivere is A. Karna's actually A. Part of the reason why Nobu can kill him. And it looks like Tamo Lancer is A. Also Bryn.
Sometimes I really want to know how they decide which servants gets what skills, because sometimes I'm just like, what? Why?
Writing is usually vehicular, so...
Well, it's basically just like you just, like, the servant has an intuitive understanding of, like, whatever vehicle or transport they use. So they can literally fly planes, drive cars, ride motorcycles, like griffins, horses. If they touch it, like, oh yeah, I know how to ride this. As evidence in Fate Zero on frickin' with SS Artoria. I'm still calling her that. You will never get me to stop that.
Also, Artoria Pendragon Rider Alters NP, where she rides the exact same motorcycle, but black now.
But black. And with a sniper rifle.
Yep. She has a lot of guns for some reason.
Yeah.
B, by the way, is the most common rank. There's a shitload of people riding B. And poor Mash, stuck at C with Saber Lily. But, yeah, so that's just a fun thought experiment. Because, yes, canonically, that's kind of a thing. Maeve isn't actually that good at riding horses or driving chariots. She rides the other thing. Anyway, so that was just a fun subject I thought I would bring up, because it is actually a very interesting comparison, especially if you look at that EX slot at the top.
Or Quetz.
I mean...
Don't get drunk, Quetz. You know what happens. Shame. Shame!
Yeah, I'm using that specifically because you and I both watch Ms. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, but a lot of people in the FGO fandom have taken to just using the Lukoa abbreviation.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's cool. I'm just using it for the sake of clarity. And I mean, she's a 5-star writer, so it's to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
And she does the cool lucha moves. I bet her animations are neat. That's all talk for later.
When does Lukoa show up?
That's Babylonia. So that'll be in like a year.
Oh man,
Next
can you
December.
imagine us still doing this in a year? That's out there.
We're gonna still be doing this in a year. We'll be here, don't you worry. And to make sure that you're still here when we're still here in a year, you guys should check out our Discord, because that's actually been a huge success. We're not super big right now. We've only got, a handful of members.
And I'm grateful for every single one of them.
Yeah. Now, they're all lovely people. It works exactly as intended, though. We can immediately chat about about Fate topics and so on, and just, yeah, we just have good conversation, just topical whenever, little updates, a little chat with people, just, getting to know people. I'm quite surprised, though.
I like to run and screaming like the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, and just shout something out.
Yep, I do that.
And I give you the invisible IRL side eyes. I'm like, do we need to be talking about this right now? Do we want to be transparent about we're about to go record?
Yeah.
We can be, that's fine. I'm just thinking, is there an actual barrier between us, the producers, and you, the audience? Do you want to know what goes on behind the curtain?
We talk about what goes on behind the curtain plenty enough. You're always talking about, let me put the timestamp here. Oh shit, let me check the audio.
Yeah. Sometimes I edit that out. Sometimes I don't. But it's all for your convenience. Oh, that reminded me. So, funny enough, I've been trying to remember for, like, the past couple of days. I was like, oh, I need to start off this episode with another Chaldeo business time. But I'm like, I completely forgot what it was. I know what it is. You guys will already know this because it'll be in the show notes. But for the first time ever, there's going to be an audio-only link in the description. I'm just going to throw this up on Mega, and you guys can just download it directly if you click on the episode link. Because I know several people have come back at us being like, yes, we want an audio-only version for convenience. And I'm like, okay, if you guys don't mind me just uploading it to a file share site, I'll do that. So I will be sure to upload the raw audio and link it to you.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah. And then you'll miss all of our visual gags, which aren't much usually. Though, I did show Lucky our last one before we did it, the by St. Courts, and that, right after we recorded, I turned off the microphone. I'm like, oh, by the way, I already know what our background image is going to be. I showed it to him. I killed him for like a solid 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it's not that hard to kill me, real tough.
So let's keep this going, because we still got plenty of time to round out our last couple topics here, especially since we're being so free-verse today. let's talk about what everybody's gacha luck is like. So this will be another link in the description. This is by an art by Graveweaver, who is well known in the FGO subreddit. They do a lot of fan art, and I believe it's her, but they go to a lot of conventions too, and sell art and stuff. They're very popular. They really like Karna, and they finally rolled Karna, so that's good. But the image is linked. I don't want to show it directly because I don't want to necessarily bother the artist about making sure to use it. But it's going to be credited here. It's an external link to where it was posted on Reddit, where everybody else has to see it. So it's got your actual typical alignment axis. You know, it's the 3x3. We've got the dead inside on the hit list, wrong luck, cursed, whale, waifuists, unlucky, which is in question mark, and then CE repellent, and the saint. And you can see all those descriptions if you actually click on the image. It's very funny, but also very true. You know these people.
Yeah. Before I did all these rolls, I was definitely feeling like I was on wrong luck / the saint. But now that I've made some very very strong rolls, I feel like I'm on the hit list, wrong luck, and the saint.
Yeah, I said that I'm definitely on the somewhere on the dead inside wrong luck saint axis. Cause yeah, I love whoever I roll. That means I have to actually roll people. So I'm definitely somewhere between having blown a lot of quartz. I mean, not enough, but I blew a lot of quartz on Okita and stuff, and I've blown quartz on other people before. It's funny to me. I'm like, yeah, some days I see myself as dead inside, but then other days I look at him like, I've got, you know, like I said, freaking like NP3 Emiya. One of those was on a ticket. I think even no, one of them was definitely in a 10 pull. It was the same 10 pull where I also pulled Atalanta, who was not a servant I was necessarily expecting or wanting very strongly. So it's totally like, what is this luck? I have weird luck with CEs too. Like I don't have a formal craft. I've got a kaleidoscope though. I've gotten a couple Heaven's Feels. You know, I actually have a couple of 5 stars I've got multiples of. I think the only ones I've maxed Limit Breaker event once, but yeah, no, it's up there. It's weird. It's weird how stuff shakes out.
It is weird. Like, I'm kind of the same way. Like, I'm usually happy if I usually don't mind much if I get something. And I'm usually happy with when I do get something, but I always get weird servants. Like, someone I definitely was not expecting, like getting Liz, getting Steno. Like, my first actual gold was Talamo Cat, who is like been like by my side like this entire time. Like actually my Talamo Cat, I actually finished maxing out her attack stat, you know, with the foes. Like, I actually got to 990.
Who did I do that for?
Been putting that
I think that was Medusa. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was her attack. I think it was her HP. I maxed her HP through foos.
Yeah, and like her, like I'm almost a quarter through her, like Bond 8.
Nice.
Like I definitely see that green. So it's like, and like I think she's at MP5. No, not MP5. MP3 now. So it's like, I've gotten 3 of her, 3 Carmillas, 2 Marie Antoinettes, Steno, Liz, Dion. Oh my goodness, I can keep listening to John.
There's definitely wrong luck and hit list in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's like because I got John and Skahawk, which I generally wanted from the beginning. 2 5 stars. Waiver was like a happy surprise. Like,
well, you liked the waiver, but also yeah, it was an on roll. It was on air. I mean.
Yeah, but like a lot of the other ones, like I love them except Dion. But it's
well,
like,
yeah, and even your SSR pull, you were like, I'd like Drake if I get her. I'm not gonna go out of my way.
Yeah, I like Drake. Wasn't the one I wanted because, you know, Tomo was in the pool, and one of our Discord users have named it of Mikon. And I'm like, yes, I'm sticking with this now. As soon as we get the message tag, that is going into my status message. Like the moment we get it.
Yeah.
But it's like, so it's just like
we even have a Mikon button.
Us.
Sadly, Discord can't. I don't think we can do custom titles. It's all just a nickname or roles.
Yeah.
I suppose I could make you a custom role which is visible, in addition to you having moderator powers. But I don't know if the joke's big enough there yet.
I'm sure I'd still do it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh yeah, you can do custom roles.
I can do custom roles. Yeah, I can't do like it's just your nickname. There's not like a subtitle I can give you, which is too bad. But anyway, I mean, I could change your nickname also. I have that power as server administrator.
I know, but I feel like I think there should be something.
Well, we'll dick around. We'll figure it out. We'll get a plug-in or a bot or something.
Everyone needs titles. Titles for everybody.
Well, there is our bot, Mr. Me6, actually does an XP system based on how much you post. You get like a random amount of XP, and you can level up, and you can get roles based on your leveling up.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't start with that implemented because I didn't know how many people would jump in right away. I didn't want to overcomplicate it, but I can totally enable that.
Oh, let's see if we get more people, because then we can have, then we can pretend we're a isekai world in Discord. That'd be great.
Anyway, look forward to that on the actual playlist if we ever get people who want to play games again. That's a personal question.
Yeah, it is.
We'll probably mention that to people maybe, today or tomorrow. Though unfortunately, I know at least one of our game group guys works retail, so I wasn't really expecting to hear from him this week.
They really don't talk at all. Hey, if any of you guys like playing tabletop games, let us know.
Why, yes, I will totally poach community members to play games with. And if you get in early before we start Patreon monetization, I won't charge you money for it. Alright, so we're at about our major 50-ish minute mark. I'm gonna try to truncate silence on, like, long pauses, like over a couple seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise we're gonna leave pauses in. So we're gonna shave a little bit of that time off. I've been experimenting with truncated silence in my own X-Wing videos. Be sure to check those out if you also like tiny plastic spaceships. And be nice if tiny plastic spaceships people show up in the Discord, because I also link on those videos. But anyway. I'm going to experiment with truncated silence on this, but I think it's time to move into master feedback. We've covered most of our major talking points.
I'm sorry, all I can think of right now is Fate versus Space.
So Saber Wars?
Yeah.
Trust me, we're also huge Star Wars nerds. We're going to make a lot of jokes whenever Saber Wars happens.
I'm telling you right now, I've already got 3 tickets reserved for the new movie, and
I don't have anything reserved. I don't think I have to. I live in a small enough town area, where I don't know exactly where we're gonna go, but yeah, I'm gonna see it soon. Yeah, I'm not gonna do like The Force Awakens again. We waited until my birthday to go see the movie, which is our typical my birthday thing with my family is we go see a movie. But that was waiting way too long. I couldn't be on the internet for 2 weeks. So that didn't work. So hopefully we're gonna go see this one sooner, sometime. I know. Anyway, so we're gonna do. I got 2 points of master feedback for you guys. So I'll say this first because it's a big push. I kind of wanted to do this last time, but I'm glad I didn't because I think we got hit with a weird partial demonetization or limited monetization. The yellow $sign on our last video, which also means I think the YouTube algorithm doesn't circulate it as much because we've only got 150 views on that, despite it being a very popular topic. I would assume. Hopefully we get some more views over the next couple days anyway. But so. This one, if we can get this video to 300 views before the time we record the next video, we are going to record and release our first bonus episode. We've talked about them before, we've kind of got some plans, I'm gonna put the commitment on that. If you get this video to 300 views before we record the next one, that's usually Friday or Saturday, we will actually film our bonus episode. And we're thinking maybe 30 minutes is our rough mission clock for that. Yep. We'll pilot some formats and stuff for you guys, don't worry. We'll try some stuff out and see what works, but that's going to be much of our more OC, do not steal, original type content because we've got a lot of fun theories and ideas and even jokes, but also serious stuff we can talk about with that. Mm-hmm.
And if you listen to it, you can definitely get some ideas of get those creative juices flowing. Mm-hmm. Speaking of creative juices, I have a very, very important announcement to make. I found my tablet pen. Yes, everyone, hold your applause. Thank you. I take this bell for myself. So, with that,
hopefully clapping, in case you thought that sound was something else.
No, I was just saying that shit because I'm a completely selfish twit and fooling himself.
No, I actually golf clapped. I don't know if don't have Discord, but my microphone definitely picked that up. But I made sure to tell you that I was golf clapping.
But no, so I'm definitely gonna start putting effort towards some art projects here, and hopefully you guys can see the results soon. I'll probably be throwing up previews and whatnot on our Discord as I work on
that is the number one thing we use Discord for, besides just random fate chatter, is I post a link to every new video as it's uploaded, and I throw like preview art and art ideas out, like for thumbnails and stuff. So speaking of creative stuff, I also have another thing. I kind of want to make a channel trailer. You know, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you go to the channel page, there's a little trailer up there. I'm thinking of throwing something together. So if you think back on our shows, listeners, and if you have any favorite quotes or best moments you've thought of with us, anything you thought was memorable when we were starting out that made you go, yeah, I'm going to listen to these guys for an hour every week, go ahead and throw that up there in our, comment it, throw it on the Discord, preferably with timestamps so I can actually find it in these hour-long shows, and maybe it'll end up in a compilation video, because those are always fun. Yeah, I think that's everything we gotta do. We're cruising past our hour mark.
Yeah, perfect.
So it's,
let's
time to
round out.
wrap up.
Yep.
So, well, next time, we don't really know, because part of that's dependent on news, but you can definitely expect us to talk about whatever's going on with EOR4, because that'll be announced. And we like to get hype about stuff that's way in the distant future anyway.
Yeah, I know.
God knows if they actually announce what's going to happen December 1st or 2nd or whatever, we'll be sure to mention that too. And we might even do one of our lovely Let's Talk FGO news desks about it right away.
Yep, and following that, we'll definitely get the pre-game show going, so you all know what to expect and how to prep.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we will be sure to prep you so you know what's at stake and, what you need before you go into Christmas. Because Christmas is actually going to be kind of a tighter event. It's only 10 days, I think, or was in Japan.
Yeah, it was definitely a small time. It's why you're hoarding all the golden apple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
by the way, I only have like 25.
I don't even know how many I have. It's probably a lot. It's probably like 40 plus. Yeah, anyway, and as always, we've got, we'll do your feedback. We'll talk to you about other stuff. We've got some other concepts we can throw in there. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a CE or a servant spotlight in there. We skipped that this week because I didn't really think it was very important. But, who knows? We'll find somebody. If you've got a servant you want us to talk about, be sure to drop that down there in the comments.
I'm pretty sure I know a guy who's going to say nursery rhyme.
That would be more appropriate when the Christmas gacha is actually open.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, as always, as we've been saying, if you have any comments at all of any sort about our videos, go ahead and drop those in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please give it a like. That also helps promote it in the algorithm so it spreads and more people see and view and comment. And of course, the Discord link is in the description if you want to join us on Discord and chat whenever. Not just about videos, but about anything.
Trust me, we like to talk.
We do. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe. We are trying to push for 100 subscribers. I didn't give really feedback about what we should do at that point, but as we get closer, obviously, we'll have more opportunity to pull people on that. And of course, there's all other kinds of ways you can help us and be cool to us. Also in the description, if you are the podcast version of a whale, but we still love all of you free-to-play listeners. Because, honestly, maybe not lucky anymore. I'm definitely pretty free-to-play. I've only spent like 20 bucks on this game, and I didn't get anything out of it either.
I'm gonna die now. Excuse me.
Bleh. He died.
Okay, I'm safe.
Alright, I don't know. I feel like I had a button for that, but I didn't really.
We gotta be careful with those buttons.
But that has brought us to the end of our show. As always, we love to hear from you. We love doing this. We'll see you again next week. Lucky, do you have any final thoughts for our whales and or free-to-play audience?
Yeah!
Us.